Welcome to the Farmers Weekly News Review. I'm Caroline Stocks. Single farm payments have begun to arrive in farmers' bank accounts this week. In England, the RPA's recorded its best ever payment, with nearly 80% of farmers getting their money just a day after the EU gave payments the go-ahead. The Scottish Government has paid 75% of its farmers and says 90% of claims will be paid by the end of December. In Wales, more than 80% of farmers have already received their share of a £205 million budget. Cumbria farmers hit by last month's floods are calling on the government to declare the area a disaster zone. They say it's impossible to shift millions of tonnes of gravel washed onto their land during the disaster. Some fields are covered in 3 feet of stone, leaving hundreds of acres of grazing land unfarmable. Farmers are asking the government for quarrying equipment to help clear the land, but the Environment Agency says it doesn't have the funds to mount a clear-up operation. Sir Paul McCartney is upsetting the farming community once again by taking his Meat-Free Monday campaign to the European Parliament. The former Beatle reckons cutting meat from our diets will do more to cut greenhouse gases than halving the use of cars. Sir Paul interrupted a global tour to take part in an EU conference on global warming on Thursday. Farming leaders say his argument is completely irresponsible and accuse Sir Paul of hypocrisy. New rules on the electronic identification of sheep come into force in January, so we're giving readers the chance to ask their questions about the scheme. Isabel Davies has all the details.
Farmers have known about the introduction of electronic identification for sheep for some time, but there's still an element of confusion about what the rules will mean on the ground. There have been meetings around the country, but we know that not everyone will have been able to get to one. To help, we've arranged for someone from the National Sheep Association and Shearwell Data to be on FWI on Tuesday the 8th of December between 6 and 7:30pm to field your questions. It'll be easy to take part. All you'll need to do is type your question into the box provided and we'll do the rest. There'll be no need to register and you can be anonymous if you'd prefer. You can get more details at fwi.co.uk/EID, and readers who can't join in will be able to read a full transcript afterwards.
And finally, you've sent in some amazing pictures for this year's Farmers Weekly photo competition. Now we have the hard job of whittling down the entries, as Tim Ralph explains.
Thank you to everybody who submitted pictures for the Farmers Weekly photo competition. We've had hundreds and hundreds. There's some beautiful pictures in there. Your images have captured a real sense of farming and rural Britain. Now we've got the enviable task of going through them all, looking at every single one and picking out the shortlisted finalists. We'll be coming up with a shortlist which we'll be putting on FWI next Wednesday. That's December the 9th, and then we'll be announcing the overall winners and runners-up on Friday, December the 18th. Good luck.
That's it from me this week. For all the latest news and views, go to fwi.co.uk.